Why do your fingers get wrinkled in the bathtub? Hi, welcome to Curious Kids Every Day. I'm Josh. How are you doing today? It's so good to hear from you. Hey, I've got a question for you. Have you ever noticed that your fingers look strange after you take a bath or play in a pool? Have you ever taken a really good look at them? What do they look like to you? They look kind of like raisins to me. They get all pruny, all wrinkly and bumpy. Why does your skin do that? Is something wrong? And how does it go back to normal later? I was thinking about this question because I got emails from 3 curious kids named Arthur and Henry and Elijah. They wondered, why do my fingers get pruny in the bathtub? Well, growing up, I always heard that it was because your fingers soak up water like a sponge. That makes sense. Skin gets wet, it swells, and wrinkles appear. But I actually just found this out. About 20 years ago, scientists discovered that this was actually wrong. In fact, there's a really cool reason your fingers get all pruny. Do you want to find out why? Let's figure it out together. Under your skin are tiny blood vessels and nerves. When your fingers sit in water for a few minutes, those nerves send a message to your brain. The message says, "Hey, we're underwater! We're underwater!" Your brain responds by telling the blood vessels in your fingers to tighten up and shrink a little. When that happens, the skin on top suddenly has extra space. That extra space folds into wrinkles. So your fingers are not swelling up, they're actually shrinking slightly underneath the skin. But here's the really interesting part. This only happens if your nerves are working. If someone has nerve damage in their fingers don't wrinkle in water at all. This helps scientists figure out that this is an active process controlled by the brain. It's not just something your fingers are doing because they're soaking up water. But why would your body do this? Why would your brain tell your fingers to become all pruny? Well, scientists discovered about 15 years ago that wrinkles in your fingers help you grip things better in wet environments. Think about tire treads on a car or the grooves on the bottom of your shoes. Those grooves help push water away so you don't slip. Wrinkled fingers work the same way. The grooves in your fingers when you're under the water help move water aside and give your fingers more friction. That means better grip. That makes it easier to hold on to slippery things like rocks or pool toys. It's an amazing part of the design of your body. Your body is literally adapting to being underwater. And then when you get out of the water, the nerves stop sending the signal. The brain tells the blood vessels to relax, and your skin smooths out again. Absolutely amazing. You know, I always thought it was so cool that my fingers were soaking up water, and that's why my fingers got all wrinkly. I thought that was amazing enough. But now to find out that that's actually not what's happening. Instead, my brain is sending signals to my blood vessels to shrink so that my fingers have better grip when I'm under the water. That's even more amazing. Now you know there's nothing actually wrong with your fingers. In fact, it's the opposite. It means your body is doing exactly what it's supposed to do to keep you safe in the water. Now, you might have noticed that your toes wrinkle too, and they wrinkle for the exact same reason your fingers do. They're helping you grip wet surfaces better. Okay, let's play true or false. True or false? Fingers wrinkle because the skin swells up. That is false. True or false? Nerves are involved in making fingers wrinkle. That is true. True or false? Wrinkly fingers help you hold onto wet objects. That is true. True or false? Fingers get wrinkled forever after a bath. Nope, that's false. They go back to normal very quickly. Would you rather have permanently wrinkly fingers or fingers that never wrinkle at all, even in the water? I think I would rather my fingers never wrinkle at all, and I will just make sure I don't spend a bunch of time under the water, so I'm less likely to slip or drop things. Okay, I've got one round of What Am I? What am I? I send messages from your fingers to your brain. I help your body notice temperature and touch. And without me, fingers would not wrinkle in water. What am I? I am nerves. Well, the next time your fingers look like raisins in the bath, now you know exactly what's going on. Your nerves are talking to your brain, and then your brain is shrinking your blood vessels. Now you've got super grip under the water. Isn't that amazing? What kind of question do you think we'll ask tomorrow on Curious Kids Every Day? I can't wait to find out, so until then, keep asking questions and stay curious, kids. And we've got 3 birthdays today. Lucas is from New Mexico, and Lucas is turning 7. Happy birthday, Lucas! Jude is from Virginia, and Jude is turning 5. Happy birthday, Jude! And Shelby is from Florida, and Shelby is turning 8. Happy birthday, Shelby! To all the grown-ups listening, if your curious kids want their birthday mentioned on the show, please visit supportcuriouskids.com and join the Curious Kids Club. That's supportcuriouskids.com. See you tomorrow!